Welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So, today I had to go to King's Plaza. I had bought my son Ethan two pairs of sneakers. All right, it's getting to be spring, and he needs new sneakers. So I bought him two pairs of sneakers from Famous Footwear online. But apparently, because of the shoes, they're narrow, so I had to take them back. So I went to King's Plaza here in Brooklyn to bring the shoes back. So of course, you know, it's funny because let me tell you, they always use the opportunity to target me and to put me through some sort of test, right? So I get a call from Pam asking me, "Hey, did you go to King's Plaza yet?" So I said no. Um, I spoke to her earlier. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to take the kids to King's Plaza." So she called, she said, "Did I leave this?" I said, "No." So apparently, they were going to have things set up, which they did, so that when I get there, particularly with the bus. So I got on the 41 bus, right? Didn't realize that there were another 41 bus that goes to the veterans, whatever, you know. But anyway, so the bus turned off. So I'm like, hold on. I went to the bus driver. I'm like, "Hey, is this going to Kings Valley?" He's like, "No, I'm going to." So I have to get off and wait for another bus. So, of course, I'm just like, "Oh, okay, here we go again." Of course, when they had the perps on the bus targeting me because they know. Then they had this woman from Pam Building. Um, if they use her, they always find somebody to use, right? And whichever you're at, they're gonna find somebody who they can manipulate and to use. So, I had the kids with me. I had the shoes in my hand, the bag with shoes in my hand, so I couldn't really record anything and pay attention to the kids. So I'm just like doing the whole head movement thing, the whole eye movement thing, looking up. When they look up in the sky, I look up at the sky. When they do the upside down peace sign, I do the upside down peace sign, stuff like that. When they try to give me the middle finger, I give them the middle finger, back and forth. So I get to King's Plaza, right? And I'm looking for Famous Footwear because I don't exactly remember where it was, So I asked the security guard. So when I asked the security guard, their demeanor changed because you see, again, they do these things to us to try to make it seem like, oh, they have not affected our memory, right? But when I got there, I don't even. I first of all, I didn't even remember there was a Famous Footwear in Kings Plaza. I did not even remember that, right? Because I'm asking, I'm like, "Hey, where is the Famous Footwear right here?" And Pam was like, "Kings Plaza." Like, Kings Plaza. So anyway, turned out, yeah, there was a footwear at Kings Plaza. When I saw it, I was like, "Okay, yeah, it's right next to the insurance place." Like, why didn't I remember that? You know. But anyway, they close early. They close at 4 p.m., which is kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like 4 p.m. and they closing already. So anyway, um, so they had people walking around. They're usually perps that they have targeting me doing the street theater thing. And I ain't paying them no mind really. I'm just focusing on my kids because I know what it is that they're trying to do. They're trying to elicit the fight or flight phenomenon. I already talked about this. I know about this. And because it's an excuse that they can use to say, we have not psychologically damaged this individual, though they have. Though I know a lot about the programming and my program and how they brainwash me. It still affects me, regardless of what. It still affects me, right? So the next thing they started to do was, the cashiers was to ask me, "Do you want a receipt?" Now normally they give you a receipt. They don't ask you, right? From what I recall, I could be wrong, but I don't know if I was getting the receipt without even asking for one. So I was like, "Yeah, I want my receipt." You know what I'm saying? And again, when that happened, their whole demeanor changed. And I'm like, okay, so this is, like I said, I analyze the situation. I analyze how they target me, their reaction, and I'm taking notes, mental notes. Like I'm just like, wow. So the kids and I sat down for the kids to eat so they could eat, and I had some of my daughter's food, right? So as soon as I took my mask off, this dude like he was waiting. Like as soon as they saw us sit down, they started crowding around waiting. They waiting now, right? So I put my mask down so I can have a bite of her what she was eating. And this dude walks over to me. He walks like right in front of me. So as he did that, I had I had a bag of cookies in my hand, and I held it up and I gave him the middle finger just like that. Right? I'm not going to show you guys on screen, but I did just like that. So he walks off. Then there's two people sat down in front of us, basically literally staring at me, staring at me. I'm like, these people are just fucking crazy. This is what religious indoctrination do. These people are brainwashed. They're fanatics. They when it comes to their religion, and their cult leaders, right? They'll do anything. So they just keep staring at me, and one of them keep looking down at his shoes. The other one looking down at it was a older woman and an older man too. So the other woman, she had on some gray boots, so she kept like kicking her feet out in front of me, kicking her feet out. Then the old guy in front of me also kept looking down at his feet, looking down at his shoes, And I'm looking at these two like I'm just like wow. And I'm just analyzing. I'm just like yeah, the extent that these people go through really shows you how people can be brainwashed and manipulated into doing things. And this is like I said, this is nothing new. This is nothing new, right? Because these cult leaders, these people who are in a position of authority, they understand and know the human mind. Okay? We're talking about the CIA spending billions and billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars on the studying of the human brain, how to manipulate, creating drugs to do exactly that, manipulate the human brain, right? The human mind, I should say, also, right? So, it's just so funny. And then I got here, we got back because, we didn't stay too long. My daughter was upset because she wanted to walk around. I'm like, listen, I walk with a cane, girl. We need the entire damn day to walk around that mall, all right? And I gotta walk slow and rest from time to time. But then I got home. All of a sudden, Pam texted me, "Hey, can you get me chocolate chip cookies?" I was going to get chocolate chip cookies, but I was like, "Nope." Because she's like she's on a diet. So I'm like, "Nope." I'm like, "Right, nope. You say you're on a diet, then no cookies for you, right?" So, it's just funny how they target me, and the more you understand, the more you study what it is that they're doing, uh, the more you realize just how manipulated anyone can be. Right? Anyone can become whatever it is that they want them to be through psychological manipulation, through covert tactics, through covert drugging, through brainwashing, and I'm just like it doesn't nothing surprises me anymore, nothing at all. Okay. And then when I was going home, they had this homeless guy walking next to the bus, right, in the street, literally street in the bus, and he's like walking next to the bus, right in front, and I'm sitting on the what was that on the side that's more into the street as opposed to the other side which is like close to the sidewalk, and he's like literally walking along with the bus in the street, homeless guy. Again, they try to do the homeless theme, helicopters now. Yeah, so this is what they've been doing, and hey, I just kind of look at it and shake my head and just be like, wow, it is amazing to see, what they can do to the human mind, to the minds of a group of people or people in general. Okay, and how they can be manipulated and brainwashed into doing things to other people, including us as TIs. Right? We haven't escaped it, and we have received some of the worst brainwashing that they can do to us, because it is in our mind, it is to our detriment, right? So, you know, just wanted to do this video, and you know, I got a video that I did this morning that I gotta upload. So, yeah, this oh, but and also, so when we went into the King's Plaza, there was no police car parked outside the mall. When we was leaving, it was a police car parked outside the mall, and they were using women to look at me and then look over at the police vehicle, look at me, look over at the police vehicle. I'm just like, okay, I'm like, whatever, man. You know, then the bus left. We missed the bus because the bus driver saw me coming. He saw me coming. I waved to him and everything like that. But he left, and we had to go back into the mall 'cause it was kind of chilly outside. And then we ended up getting another bus, and guess what? The bus number had the number 32 in it. I think it was like 632. I forgot the other number, right? So yeah, shit was it's like I'm looking at this and I'm like, you got to keep your cool, right? Because again, uh, they're trying to exhibit the flight phenomenon, and the fact that I have my kids with me. They're trying to make it. They will definitely use that. Cause trust me, they're watching you and they're probably videotaping you too. Okay, to see. And being that I have my kids with me, if I was to act in any other way, right, would be detrimental to kids or what have you. They would be like, oh, he's a bad parent. We take his kids away from him, such and such. This is what they do. And even if I did exhibit the flight phenomenon, that's perfectly okay because you know what? They did this to me. They did this to us as TIs. They manipulated our mind, okay? And when you manipulate in people's mind, you don't know what kind of outcome you're going to get. And I've been saying this from time to time. So, like for those TIs who act out in violence or have you, I don't blame them, and I don't condemn them either. Okay? I understand why they did what they did. It's because they have been psychologically manipulated, psychologically brainwashed. Their lives are being destroyed. And the only way that they can get some sort of um, peace is to do what they did. Yes. Because remember, when I say peace, remember in war is violent. But after war comes what? Peace, right? Whether you who's the loser or winner, right? They sign what? Peace treaties, right? Think about it like that. Though those TIs may not be alive, but at least they found peace in their death. So, like I said, I don't blame them and I don't condemn them because I understand what has been done to them. And any of us at any time could lash out in that manner. But you don't have to. If you learn how they're targeting you, get control of your emotions, take control of your emotions back, and just expose them. Expose them in every single way that you can so that they could never do this to another TI. So another TI would never have to, go to that extreme. Okay? Because the only person that they're going to blame is the TI. They're not going to be held accountable. They don't want to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's just who they are. Dark triad personality types. They never want to be held accountable for their actions against other people. And particularly those in law enforcement and security agencies who engage in these sort of behavior, including those in the churches. Okay? So, just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, I'll speak to you guys in the next video.